interesting there. Maybe a miscount from Johnny.
78.
But not too much damage
Johnny,
done on this occasion.
40.
So Johnny Haynes back for tops to stretch his lead to 3-0.
Game shot on the third leg.
And 3-0 it is, and Johnny Haynes is a leg away. Some way to save it. Another one of them would have left the ball. And so Johnny Haynes, 60 points away from a 4-0 win.
Requires 60. $40. Steve requires
First
83.
match starts come and gone. So Steve West to save it needs 83. Needs the ball.
40.
Again, just like before, unable to
Johnny, you require 20.
find that bullseye target.
And so Haynes comes back for
shot,
10s to complete the job.
Haynes.
And a 4-0 rout of the table topper, Steve West. And so it was the bottom that beat the top in our opening game of the day. Johnny Haynes reversing his 4-0 loss to start yesterday's proceedings with a 4-0 win here against Steve West. Coming up after the break, Colin Osborne against Conan Whitehead should be an absolute blockbuster. So it's going to be double 13 for Colin Osborne here.
49.
But it moves inside, and so Whitehead does have the opportunity to open up a 2-0 lead. Well, yesterday was a day littered with 4-3 score lines. Today is looking a little bit more comprehensive. Whitehead leads 2-0. But Conan seemingly had all the answers thus far. You're going to have another one here as he glances at Osborne's score, goes for the ball, and just like yesterday, finds it with aplomb. 45 darts for the first 3 legs, and Whitehead is thrown for the match.
Need stops. Double 10.
44. Conan, you require 20.
And so Whitehead for the win.
Game,
Double 10 is pinned, and it is a 4-1 success for the Barbarian, which puts him onto 8 points. It puts him top of the pile as he gets the better of Colin Osborne by 4 legs to 1. 4 out of 7 on the doubles. Osborne 1 out of 8. And that was kind of where the tail of the tape kind of depended upon. Whitehead a 4-1 victor. Norris against Harms follows this.
Just sort this out, which he does. So double 4.
7. Alan, you require
That was always going to be the
104.
danger.
$72. Wesley, you require 4.
Again, single number missed by Norris's. Giving Wesley Harms another opportunity to break, and break he does.
Third leg, Wesley Harms. 121
required to keep his hopes alive.
We're going to get a go, and so Harms wants tops of the win.
Require 40. Game, shot, and a match, Wesley Harms.
And it is found for Wesley Harms, and it is a 4-1 victory against Alan Norris. A below par performance from Chuck. He's going to have to improve as the day goes along. But for Wesley Harms, 79 average, 4 out of 13 on the doubles. He's on the board. That's the end of round 1. Whitehead Haynes follows this. So far this week, it's been as good as we've seen from him since picking up the title in this particular arena. As Haynes comes back for 68. And a dart at top to level up at 1 apiece.
On the second leg,
and that is exactly what Haynes finds. A 15-darter to level up at 1-1.
Johnny,
get the feeling that Conan's just going to hit the
68.
ball every time he has an opportunity to do it. He hardly missed it yesterday.
It was deft taxes and Whitehead on the ball. It's
Game
deft
on the
taxes
third leg,
and Haynes at the
Johnny
break.
Haynes.
2-1.
Johnny,
And
you
if this
require
61 goes, the Barbarian will be sunk.
Double 18.
Game,
And
shot,
does
and a
pin
match,
double
Johnny
18. And that
Haynes.
is a second win for Johnny Haynes, this time over Conan Whitehead. Just for that, just over 94. Johnny Haynes, 87.95 there for Conan Whitehead. But very emphatic victory once again for Johnny Haynes over the Barbarian. And coming up next, we have Steve West against Wesley Harms. There's on 1-2-1 after 9. Wesley Harms with the first poke at it. He's treble 17. Would have left him the ball, but not to be.
57. Steve, you require 121.
And so West wants treble 17. But the ball isn't going to come. And so
57.
Harms back for
Wesley
64
requires 64.
for 1-1. Double 8. It's one
Game shot on the
apiece.
second leg,
14
Wesley
darter
Harms.
for Wesley Harms. This is a good quality counter so far. A ton for 2-1. Tops, tops. There's the first. And there's the
Game shot on the third
second.
leg,
That's
Steve
superb,
West.
Steve West. West has got 2 at tops.
60.
But that is now 5 match darts
Wesley
that have come and
requires
gone.
78.
Again, another chance here for Wesley to force a tiebreaker. Now needs double 6.
72.
And just couldn't
Steve,
find
you
the
require
target.
40.
And so more opportunities presents itself.
Game,
And this
shot,
time,
and
there
a
is
match,
no
Steve
mistake
West.
from Steve West, who seals a 4-2 victory against Wesley Harms, doing so over 93.68 average, 4 maximums all told. And that is despite 10 missed darts at double. It is enough to get over the line against Wesley Harms. Well, that visit forces, you feel, potentially Osborne to take the 1-2-1 out. It may only be a dart at the bullseye. In fact, he gets the best prize, double 14.
Game shot
That's
on the first
fantastic
leg,
from
Colin
Osborne. Wizardry from the Wizard.
Alan, you
Sitting here
require
and saying it, but
160.
it's quite hard in reality. So needs tops.
Game shot on the second leg,
spectacular
Alan
finish there
Norris.
from Alan Norris. 160 checkout.
So this for the match.
83.
And a 4-2 success.
Colin, you require 57.
Needs tops. Over for double 10.
Game, shot,
And this
and a
time
match,
Colin Osborne does make sure, comes out a 4-2 winner over Alan Norris. Averages just around the 83 mark for players. It's a tale of who could find that finish eventually. And it did go the way, as I say, of the Wizard, who now sits second on the overall table.
Lee requires
That's a
79.
good last start there from Conan Whitehead. Just adds a little bit of pressure behind Wesley Harms.
No score. Conan, you
manages to
require
bust 79.
86.
Is that going to be game-changing? Because Whitehead's got 1 at the bull. And he
Game shot on the
doesn't
third
tend to
leg, Conan
miss.
Whitehead.
So for the match, for 4-2 victory. And to put
60.
himself onto 10
Conan,
points
you
and how
require
quickly this
90.
group can change on a pinhead. He's gone treble 18 for double 18. And now double 9. To complete the
Game,
job
shot,
by
and a
4 legs to
match,
2. And Conan
Whitehead.
Whitehead moves on to 10 points. He moves top of the pile. He gets the better of Wesley Harms, picking up and punishing a couple of mistakes from the Dutchman. Conan Whitehead, a 4-2 victor against Wesley Harms. After the break, Johnny Haynes takes on Colin Osborne. So for the match, for 4-2 victory. And to put
60.
himself onto 10
Conan,
points
you
and how
require
quickly this
90.
group can change on a pinhead. He's gone treble 18 for double 18. And now double 9. To complete the
Game,
job
shot,
by
and
4
a
legs to
match,
2. And Conan
Whitehead.
Whitehead moves on to 10 points. He moves top of the pile. He gets the better of Wesley Harms, picking up and punishing a couple of mistakes from the Dutchman. Conan Whitehead, a 4-2 victor against Wesley Harms. After the break, Johnny Haynes takes on Colin Osborne.
You require 136.
Another one of them means double eight. For a
Game shot on the first
superb
leg,
ton
Colin
topper for
Osborne.
Colin Osborne. A 1-3-6 to give himself the lead against Johnny Haynes of a breaker
Second
throw.
leg is
But I don't understand it.
Well, Osborne looking to close the door on this match. If he can find the bull.
142.
Just a
Johnny, you
whisker
require
away,
50.
but Johnny Haynes here can save the match. Needs tops.
40.
And that was a wild attempt on that last
Colin,
double
you
10.
require 25.
And so Osborne this time 2 clear doubles to complete the job. Double eight. To move top of the lot.
Game.
Double
shot,
four is
and a match,
found for
Colin
4-1
Osborne.
success for Colin Osborne. That moves him to the summit of Group A and getting the better of Johnny Haynes, condemning him to his first defeat of the group. So and Noah's chastising himself.
60.
The cries of Alan, Alan! Up at the hockey, it's Steve, Steve! And that was a dart on the
25.
wild side.
You require
So
161.
6 and 161. It's been a good-natured game. But West closing in
97.
on a win. That would put him onto the dart. He doesn't. And so the 16's
42.
corridor to complete
Steve,
the
you
job.
require 64.
Looking at tops.
Game.
And there
shot,
you have
and
it.
a match,
Steve West
Steve
does
West.
find tops. Comes out a 4-1 winner over Alan Norris. Haynes, one of those old school players. Quite often you see players now opting for the
122.
treble
Wesley
19, treble
require
19 route.
52.
But Harms here looking at tops for a level match.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
It looks like
Wesley
Wesley Harms has
Harms.
put his doubling woes behind him. And we are now at 2 legs all. Like, the match was bookended with fantastic legs.
He can't take it out, but what he's going to do is the next best job.
120.
The next best job to leave himself on double 10 for the match. Move himself onto 8 points,
55.
level with Harms.
Johnny, you
And
require
suddenly he may
20.
see his Group A hopes disappear out of sight, out of view,
Game,
as
shot,
Haynes
and a
pins the
match,
double
Johnny
10
Haynes.
to seal a 4-2 victory against Wesley Harms, doing so with an 82.04 average.
You
It was little
require
as possible,
64.
but Conan Whitehead here for 64. Needs tops.
Game shot on the third
And
leg.
there's a
Conan
better leg
Whitehead.
there. Conan Whitehead gets that point on the board.
You require 170.
Will history repeat itself? Another one of them. For a bit of deja vu. Rinse
shot on
and
the fourth
repeat.
leg,
Conan Whitehead. 2 big fish finishes in 2 days. He loves a bit of bully.
Here comes Conan. He senses the finish line.
180.
Opts to hit a 180 to leave 21. But, is he eyeing up that tally?
Oh, he's definitely eyeing the tally up. He's eyeing the match up now. 21 points away.
Conan, you require
Moving himself
21.
on to 12 points. He's even got time for a little chuckle. As he eyes up double eight.
Game.
And
shot,
that is 4
and a
out of
match,
4 on the
Conan
finishing. A
Whitehead.
big fish finish in there. And Conan Whitehead with a ruthless destruction of Alan Norris. And so, to move himself towards the halfway house. And so double 4, he likes this part of the
Game shot
board.
on
He
third
likes that
leg,
kind of
Colin Osborne.
combination. And it comes up trumps again for Colin Osborne as he leads 2-1.
Steve, you require 127.
Well, is it time for the 1-2-7 and game? It's going to be the bull.
Game
That
shot
is
on the fourth
brilliant
leg,
from West.
Steve
A
West.
1-2-7 and game to tie the game at 2 apiece. And there's even time for a hand of apology.
20 for tops.
Game, shot.
And some
the match,
exceptional
Steve
finishing
West.
there. Save Steve West. He does beat Colin Osborne 4 legs to 3. The wonderful checkouts of 127, 99 and 78. See Steve West top the table once again on 14 points.
Alan, you require 120.
Time for Norris to climb the ladder. Can chuck in a big un?
Game
Yes
shot
is
on
the
third
answer.
leg, Alan
He
Norris.
climbs the ladder to its very summit, its very peak, to lead 2-1.
$57. Johnny, you require 20.
Splits it for double 4.
16.
Not able
Alan, you
to
require
find so.
57.
Chance here for Alan Norris for the match.
Couple of match darts, but that just straight in the 17. But double
Game,
10 is
shot,
pinned, and
and
Alan
match,
Norris
Alan
picks up his
Norris.
second victory, and it's a double over Johnny Haynes. He gets the better of him by 4 legs to 2, and with his best performance of the week with a 94.98 average, 4 out of 5, and the finishing a 120 high checkout. And has probably hit more 120s than we could care to think of, but he's not going to find one on this occasion.
45. Wesley require 56.
And a disappointing last dart there for Osborne. He's Wesley Harms going for 56, needs tops.
Game shot on the second
That
leg.
is
Wesley
2-0 to Wesley
Harms.
Harms.
$140.
Did have the luxury
Colin,
of
you
time. That
require
140 there leaves
76.
Harms on top. 76 here, not anywhere near out of Colin Osborne's reach. We need 16 for tops.
56.
And so this is for
Wesley,
the
you require
match, and this
40.
is to really make the Group B race interesting. Osborne, who'd harboured hopes
Game,
of top
shot,
spot,
and the
may
match,
now be
Wesley
lurking over
Harms.
his shoulder as Wesley Harms seals a 4-1 success against the Wizard, which keeps him landlocked on 10 points. Down for treble 17, and now for the bull for a moment of inspiration
136. Going, you require
amongst
96.
the myriad of mediocrity.
$56. Steve, you require 25.
Going for a leg on the board. I think it double 12 for Steve West.
1.
And that finishing
Conan, you
did
require
so
40.
well against Colin Osborne. Seems to have deserted West. Conan Whitehead's looking now at double 10.
Game
and
shot on the
gets
second
double 10.
leg. Conan Whitehead.
It's double 18. It's now double 17. They're both on double
21.
17. Don't often
Steve,
see
you
that.
require 34.
I don't see that either. And
Game
usually
shot
when
on the
that
fourth
happens,
leg,
the second
Steve
dart
West.
goes in. To win it. Treble 20. And the bull. He loves the bull.
96.
But on this occasion, that was a pull from
Steve, you
Whitehead.
require 90.
This may well end on the bull. Now it's all about the powers of recovery. Recovery isn't there for West.
30.
He
Conan,
may
you
well be
require
second best
33.
in this match and possibly second best in the group as Whitehead
Game,
finds double
shot,
16
and a match.
for
Conan
4-1
Whitehead.
win against Steve West, which means the pair will be tied at the top of the table. Whitehead at the summit by way of legs difference. Those are the statistics from that one. It was a long day for the pair, and that is reflective in the levels of performance in that final game of the session.
Yeah, not at his blistering best there, but Conan Whitehead does enough to move to the top of the table. Let's have a look at the results we have seen so far today. 15 games have been completed. What did you make of Conan Whitehead there? Because he wasn't at his best, but did enough to get over the line.
Yeah, and ultimately that is what every player here is here to do. They're here to win the matches. Averages, I've been told very reliably that they don't put averages on a winning trophy. So as long as you're keeping yourself in touch and distance, and that's exactly what Conan's done. You know, he's now topping the table
Absolutely, and you can see there the 2 defeats for Colin Osborne at the back end of the day. They feel like they could be hugely significant. Of course, squandered multiple opportunities to get over the line against Steve West and then faded after that. He may well have to settle for a spot in Group B now. But for Norris, 1 win to his name today. He did just about everything, didn't he? He led 2-0 early on against Conan Whitehead, took out a stunning 160, which we're going to see here now against Colin Osborne, sorry. It really was as if he was doing everything, not able to get over the line until that final game.
Yeah, he definitely improved as the day went on, and we all know what Alan Norris can actually do, but it was great to see it, and everything just coming together for him. I think there was some mistimed, Alan would then miss, but then someone would always be there to step in with a big checkout, and that's what happened yesterday quite a lot. And today, I think just a slow start, but yeah, very, very pleased for him. I think he deserved the 2 points.
And Conan Whitehead, we saw him with 150 left, attempting bull there in that last match. He did, yet again, reel in the big fish today. His bull finishing, not so much in that last match, but over the course of the 2 days on the whole has been superb, hasn't it?
Yeah, and if there's any player that really will go for that triple ball finish, I guess it should be Conan, because he's been so accurate on that target. And like you say, back-to-back days of 170 checkouts, he's been very impressive.
And Steve West able to come through in a decider to get the better of Colin Osborne, but we saw Osborne missed multiple attempts to get over the line. He was kicking himself as he walked off stage. Do you think that could be it for him now in terms of that race for top spot?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, tomorrow is another day, and obviously there is still everything to play for, but he has got a bit of a steeper hill to climb than everybody else. To me, it's just between Steve and Conan realistically for that top spot, and now it's who's going to get into Group B and who's going to be left in Group C. But yeah, I think there was quite a lot of opportunities, and yeah, Colin will be frustrated with himself.
Yeah, let's have a little look then at the league table with 15 more matches still to be completed in Group A, and it is Conan Whitehead who sits top thanks to his superior leg difference over Steve West. Colin Osborne in 3rd place, joint with Wesley Harms in 4th. Wesley Harms, it's been another day of inconsistency for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we said it in comms, or I tried to say it anyway, consistently inconsistent, and that kind of sums it up. But he's shown, again, moments of brilliance, and he has, he's built on the table. He's now sat on 10 points. And another one, Johnny Haynes, it's been a really interesting day, and I don't think there's nothing that's completely tied up yet.
Absolutely not. Well, Steve West may have gone south today into 2nd spot. Conan Whitehead currently occupies top spot, but it is very tight at the top. So make sure you come and join us from 9:30 tomorrow morning for the conclusion of Group A.